Hey, it's me, Jerry Lentz. I wanted to just say hi. I haven't talked to you for a while. Got a lot of stuff going on. Making the film I Juice Your Brain. It's coming along really great. There's some great stuff that we've been shooting. So hopefully, I'm still trying to make sure I uh, get it out at least to the at least to the backers and supporters of the film before Halloween. But I thought I'd do a real quick video. It's a little bit of the books that kill, a little bit of updates on stuff like that, uh, and just some recent gifts and stuff that I've received. I thought I'd share some books. I'm really excited about some of the things that I've got. Um, okay, well, let's see. I don't know. I'm sure I've done something on it already, but I love this magazine. I've got even though this is the premiere issue, I've got a premiere issue. I guess one was sort of an experimental stage, so you know. And Neil Gorton and Lisa Gorton, they're just fantastic people. This is prosthetics about makeup and stuff. It's just incredibly glossy and incredible makeup stuff. And since Halloween is coming up, yeah, I thought I'd show it again. If I've already shown it before, I apologize. I'm a little forgetful. Okay, and also, I know it's a competing magazine, but yeah, makeup artist is really great. This gets also another glossy magazine with all sorts of tutorials and stuff. And gosh, I should have, I don't have, I should have had my zombie heads and masks and stuff that I've made and painted and everything. I should have had some of those here. I didn't plan ahead. I'm sorry. But there's just like so much exciting things going on, and I just can't. I know. I can't wait for you to see, see what we've been doing. I know I sound. I don't know why I'm like scatterbrained. It's early in the morning. I apologize, but it's things are going great, and I'm trying to do a whole new thing. I'm not going to have any negative thoughts, and I'm just going to have positive thoughts. I don't know. It's an experiment I've been doing. So far it's been working. Of course, I've only been doing it for like about 2 minutes and 36 seconds. But it's working so far. Okay, now this is something I'm really cool about. This is this is a crowdfunding thing for a friend, Sandy, who does some fantastic makeups. This is the art of creature and character design. I was at Monster Palooza some time back, and there's a whole team of people talking about, it's like Jordy Shell, let's see, Lee Joyner, Steve Wang. There's just like it was a little stage presentation, and it was great. It was great. So, I got this. This book. It's really great stuff. Let's see. Can you even see that? It's just great stuff about creature designs, character designs, makeup. It's unbelievable. It's got a great group of people. And the guy that Sandy, the guy that did this book, he's crowdfunding a film, sort of ecological horror film. But you don't really see much of the. I mean, when I was a kid, that was like the thing. I mean, that was like, you'd go see No Blade of Grass, or was it Phase 4 and all the stuff at the theater where there'd be like, because of pollution or something like that, there'd be some sort of mutation. Or do you remember like Prophecy about the bear that got deformed? I have fond feelings of that movie. My favorite part of that movie was was when they had these sleeping bags. That campers had these sleeping bags that looked sort of like a mummy shroud. The guy was hopping because this monster was coming. He couldn't get out of the couldn't get the zipper down, so he's just hopping, and this monster swat like that, and you just see all these like goose feathers and stuff. Well, anyway, Sandy's got a great film that he's putting together. Some of the scenes are really cool. It's really beautifully shot. A lot of underwater stuff, um, and it's called Shallow Water. It's supposed to be like the most expensive crowdfunded project, and there's only a few days left. It's probably down to the wire, so you better go and check and see how that's doing. But anyway, he did this book, and he did this book, which is volume 2. If you can see that. And yeah, he just knocks it out of the park. I'm a real big fan of Sandy coloring. Look at that. Whoops. Look, you get all sorts of cool stuff. You get cards and signed notes, autographed. Oh my goodness. Okay, check that out. I mean, that's suitable for framing, and it will be framed. But you know, this is probably doing this book justice, but the text is fantastic. Oh yeah, wait, check this out. Hold on. There's just a great group of people in this book. Oh, there's a couple of pieces I just really thought. You know, it's so funny. Well, I like this one. See a space girl being picked up, and this monster's probably gonna throw her off a cliff. Oh man, I can't think of it. In one of these books, there was a sculpt of a character, and I'm not kidding you. I think I stared at that one photo. I mean, it must have been at least an hour. I mean, just can you imagine just staring at one character, just going, like, how did he design it? How did that happen? How did what was the thought process in sculpting this or designing this? Was it on paper first, or then he? I mean, it was pretty awesome. It was really awesome, and you know, it's like having a museum, all compact, because not everyone can go to the galleries or the shops and see what people are doing, and or go to the conventions and see the displays. So when you get these books, they're really great because you can learn so much just by, and some of the photography, and that's fantastic. So you can just sit there and just absorb, and it's just great. Also that these crowd-funded things, and you're helping the artists, and there's nothing better if you're going to give a gift to somebody. I would think something that is like handmade personally by an artist, a local artist, or someone that's on Etsy or Amazon Handmade or anything like that. And so these crowd-funded projects are fantastic. I mean, as you know, I crowdfund, and there's a lot of people that really, 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 really supportive, and it means a lot when you find out who is supporting you and is supportive to you time and time again. It changes your life, because you go like, oh wow, it's you turn into Sally Fields. You go, wow, somebody really likes me, but it is great. And Sandy, that does the art of creature and character design books, he's a guy. It's like, you crowdfund, he does the project is done, it's to you fast. He's one of those guys that if you want to talk about, he's an amazingly talented guy. He can go deep sea scuba diving, deep sea fishing. He's muscle bound. He's like, he's like a work of art. He's like built himself, and he's one of those people that is great at execution, and I'm trying to get better. But I mean, like, he says, hey, I'm going to do this project. Well, he's doing the project. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Nothing is stopping him. And then, like, you get your project that you've helped back. There's like some projects, that I fund. I mean, I got crowdfunded, and maybe they didn't, wasn't a whole lot of money, but I've run through the money. So then I'm now putting my own money into the projects because I want them to be of a certain standard. And so, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of, you kind of get behind and people go, hey, you know, I funded this thing 150 years ago. And it does seem like that because, you know, I've got some other projects that I've crowdfunded of other people's projects, you know, and it's, you know, been 4 or 5 years and you go, oh, come on, you know, what's the holdup? But I always try to pick, you know, cool projects. And Sandy is a guy, you know, he is great at execution. He you know, thinks up the project, does it, and then you get it. So there's a lot to learn from that guy. Okay, also another, a friend of mine, Ernest Farino, he did like the special effects in so many movies. Like one of my favorite miniseries was Tom Hanks From the Earth to the Moon. You remember that? About the Apollo missions and stuff. And he did the effects in that, and in the effects on a lot of stuff. And he also put out, gosh, when I lived in Texas, I guess he lived in Texas, and he was putting out a magazine. It was like Ray Harryhausen special effects. It was RHFX. It was like a fanzine, but now it's out as a book. It's fantastic stuff. So growing up, Jim Danforth was like really important to me. I used to read about his stuff all the time. So this Dinosaurs, Dragons, and Drama, The Odyssey of a Trick Filmmaker. Okay, so Jim Danforth did this. It's like the memoirs, and you know, it's a biography. And the thing is, it's, you know, it's a book, and it's, you know, it's on CD, so it's kind of, I guess, like an ebook, but it's so cool. I really was kind of, gee, I thought it was a book I was getting. But, you know, I popped this in. There's like so many things. You go into the text, and there's a billion photos, but you can go into little offshoots and stuff. So it's more like a web page kind of thing. It's like a full immersive, you know, thing of Jim Danforth. He's a special effects guy. Anyway, he worked on some great movies. And then he's got this one out. So it's the continuing memoirs. And, you know, it's just fantastic. So I'm really happy with these. Check it out, Archive Editions, the Jim Danforth book. Also got the, they've got a box set of Ray Harryhausen books. Fantastic stuff. And that's another, you know, Ernest is a guy that, you know, does what he plans on. He plans it out, does it. So, okay, now this is the coolest book. I mean, I've wanted this book forever. I wanted this book when it was like $2,000, but this is the 2001, The Making of Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey. And it is so cool. It's a Taschen book. Now watch this. Oh, also, if you didn't know, well, yeah, take this out. And, but check, which way is it going? Okay, check that out. I don't know if you can see that. It's beautiful. And, you know, it's the monolith from 2001: Space Odyssey. How cool is that? So, I took this to the primate part of, you know, the zoo. I wanted them to, you know, reach up and touch and gain knowledge, and they didn't give a shit about it. So, but they were ready to throw their shit. God, damn dirty apes. Okay, anyway, being silly. But look at this. This is so cool. You've got just, this isn't, you know, this is a difficult book to hold on to. Now, all these pages are fold outs. So almost every page, you know, you can fold it out and it's more stuff. But it's a wealth of information. You know, blueprints, concept art. You know, 2001 is my favorite movie of all time. And it's one of those movies I can watch again and again, and I often do. Anyway, it's hard to show it. And it's a fantastic book. It's fantastic. I can't tell you how I wanted this. You know, It's a Taschen book. I've got a lot of Taschen books. I used to go to the Taschen stores. My favorite one was the one in Beverly Hills. Beautiful, beautiful store. And then Allison Castle, I think, put a lot of the books together, like the Stanley Kubrick Archives, which is a huge book. And that's another book. It's fantastic. There's actually when you got the book, or when you get the book, there's actually a frame from the movie 2001 in it. And it's just so inspiring. And book, I mean, I love books. My library, I'm sure you've seen it. It's pretty. It's a lot. It's a lot of books. And I'm getting better with the ebooks. And the things are so expensive. There's things like, I mean, it's it's difficult sometimes. Some of the books, like be like a $2,000 book. It's like, oh, I want that book, and it's just like, how can you justify owning that? And sometimes you find the prices, and sometimes it's really great. I always keep my nose to the forums and the internet, and sometimes there's people that they get it. They go, hey, it wasn't really what I wanted, but maybe someone else liked it, so they just sort of like let it go for a really cheap price. So I'm always on the lookout for that kind of stuff. But I have a pretty good collection. And but the ebooks things I'm doing now, I'm growing the library of ebooks, and it's still not quite the same thing. But I really do like the weight of a book. I like holding it. I like being able to carry it to a cafe, or there's like so many books I've had that that you read so much just come apart. I have a bunch of makeup books, especially the Tom Savini books, where I've read them so much that it just becomes pages. The glue and the spine go. So I bought these plastic sheets that go in a 3-ring binder, and I just put the individual pages. So it's it's like several of his books are just pages, but you can go through and say, you gotta do what you gotta do. But so the ebook thing, I like it. It's kind of a space saver, but there's such an easy. I don't know. I feel like I can lose them so easily. Just suddenly be deleted. Hey, I'm just rambling on. I got so much to do today. I got to start making my movie again. I'm still making a movie, but I mean for this day, because I'm taking what I'm doing now is I look at my project and I'm breaking it down into doable sections. So I'm sort of looking at them, I Juice Your Brain and the other movies, as instead of one feature film, breaking it down into like 8 mini movies, little sections. And it's trying. Each section has a middle, a beginning, middle, and an end. Not necessarily in that order. But we've been doing some really cool stuff with firearms. Oh my God, we shot this stuff right next to a highway, with an SUV running over zombies and gunfire. And it was in the middle of a storm, so all this rain was coming down, and it looked fantastic. I mean, I know I was shooting it and doing it, but it looked fantastic. It was like, I was surprised. It looked like a Ridley Scott movie. I was like, wow, this is great. Well, it looked like a Ridley Scott movie, except most of it was out of focus. But is focus that important? But it shot it in CinemaScope, so it squeezes it down, and then it expands it. It's this huge widescreen. It's like amazing, just beautiful. And so it's happy accidents when you go, wow, that is really, really cool. But anyway, we had guns and stuff. We were right next to the freeway, and I just knew some police officer who's going, or highway patrol, or somebody's going to drive by and see this crazy man, running around with a gun shooting zombies, and nothing happened. It was like the gods were on our side that night. So hopefully they'll be on our side today and tomorrow until the project is finished. But anyway, enough of that. I just wanted to say hi. It's a Monday. I'm getting things going. The sad thing is it's a holiday, Columbus Day. It's going to date this video already by just saying that, but banks are closed and I don't think mail is running. So there's nothing to do except create, and I hope you find something that inspires you, even if it's some small project, or it's a large project and you're breaking it down into small projects. So anyway, I just want to say hi. I haven't talked to you in a while. So anyway, adios.